Hi, my name is Sarada Watanabe, and I'm an 18-year-old high school student living in the city of Hiroshima. Today in this presentation, I'll be giving you my personal opinions over the cooperation of water. But before I do that, I want to tell you about the relation between the city I live in, the history of Hiroshima, and water. As many people know, on August 6, 1945, the atomic bomb was dropped on this city, and as a result, hundreds of thousands of people died. But one of the survivors of that day, the late Keiji Nakazawa, wrote a Japanese comic, a manga, called Barefoot Gen. And in this manga, there is a scene where people are begging for water. Victims of the bomb are begging for water. Please, please give me water. Please give me water. But the very same water that they are begging for has been polluted by the atomic bomb. Even if they had gotten their hands on water, they would have been poisoned to various degrees. That's one of the sad relations between the history of Hiroshima and water. So continuing with my opinions of water. Japan has a very close connection with water. Our food sources, such as rice, we need water to grow rice. And we also get fish from the ocean, fish that live in water. Those are our main food sources, historically and present day also. But yet, as shown on the 11th of March 2011, we are poisoning our food sources. On that day, as almost everyone knows now, in the aftermath of the Tohoku earthquake, the Fukushima nuclear power plant melted down and it released nuclear waste into the ocean. The very ocean where we get our fish that we eat. And by eating those fish, we are poisoning ourselves. Even before the Fukushima nuclear power plant, pollution has contributed to the acidification of the ocean. Rising mercury levels worry many scientists, and also CO2 levels. And many scientists believe that in the future there would be very few species living in the ocean. We are poisoning our very food sources. In another aspect, in Japan, a very hot topic is the Senkaku Island, disputes over the Senkaku Islands. The Senkaku Islands are small islands between China and Japan, surrounded by, of course, because they are islands, water. And that is is a boundary dispute, a very hot dispute between our two countries. Yet, we view those as examples of water cooperation, or no, failure of cooperation over water. But we view those that way because we live in developed countries. People in less privileged parts of the world do not view water cooperation as such. Actually, 9 in 1 people in the world, every 1 in 9 people, don't have a safe source of water. Those people, some of them, take hour-long treks to get to water sources. And of course, hour-long treks to get back so that they can use that water. And even then, some of them, the water that they got is dirty. And if we looked at that water, it would be unthinkable of us to even use that water, even to wash our clothes, even less to drink. Yet they do. And yet it's not healthy. Even for them, it's not healthy. It's not healthy for us, and it's not healthy for them. Yet they drink it because that's the only source of water that they have at their disposal. And as a result, they get various diseases like cholera, a disease that people in developed countries mostly don't have to worry about. Those, just getting water and drinking water, it's so easy to us in people who live in developed countries. It's as easy as turning a faucet. We use that water to take baths, to brush our teeth, to do our cooking. Turning on the faucet, it's as if 1 + 1 is 2. We take water for granted that much. Yet, we are wasting so much water at that same time. Many of us take ridiculously long baths. And many of us, when brushing our teeth, keep the water running. Those small things lead up to the failure of cooperation of water. Doing those small things would be actually cooperating, yet we don't do it. I believe that, well, of course, water is essential to our daily lives, and we need water to live. That's shown because we all know that we live longer without food than we do without water. That just shows how important water is. It's essential to our lives. And you might think, well, 3/4 of the planet is covered in water. Yet only a small percentage of that 3/4 is usable, is at our disposal. And we, people in developed countries, are hogging that. Living is a human right. The right to live is a human right. And in order to live, we need water. But people in developing countries, many of them don't have access to water, safe sources of water. In my opinion, I think that is, in a sense, a violation of human rights. And in a sense, you and people living in other developed countries are contributing to that violation because we are wasting so much water and we are polluting our oceans so much. We are destroying ecosystems. We are destroying things that have been on this earth for a long, long time, such as coral reefs. Coral reefs are the base of our ecosystems. Yet, we are destroying them. We are destroying what has been on this earth for a long time. And we are destroying them so that people in the future won't be able to see these beauties. Water is essential to our lives, as I have said many times. Yet we don't use it wisely. We need to use it wisely. And I believe that we, the young generation, have to tell everyone. We have to tell everyone to use water more wisely. Yes, we always hear that maybe in the news or in our classrooms, but we have to actually take it seriously because this is no laughing matter. If we don't actually if we don't stop demanding that pollution stop, we won't be able to eat the food that we eat right now. We won't have the lives that we have right now. And if we don't, fights over water will occur, and even now, fights occur over resources, and those fights will turn into fights over water. We, the young generation, as I said earlier, have to lead people, the people who don't see, so that we can cooperate wisely, so that everyone has water, so that they can live, so everyone has the right to live. And that's my opinion over water cooperation. That water is a right, is necessary for life, and living is a human right, and we have to start cooperating so that everyone has the right to live, the right to safe water sources. Thank you.